Today is the day. It's WCTE's Day of Support. For nearly 50 years, WCTE has been here for our community, educating children, sharing local stories, and bringing our communities together. Your generosity ensures we can continue providing the trusted programs and essential local services families across the Upper Cumberland count on every day. Celebrate our past, invest in our future.
It's a privilege to join you in support of WCTE PBS and the work happening across the Upper Cumberland. Local public television stations like WCTE PBS are not just broadcasters, they're community institutions. They reflect local identity, preserve regional history, support education, and make sure that stories from rural America are not overlooked or forgotten. In many ways, they are one of the few remaining places where a community can truly see itself on screen. Last year made clear how fragile that mission can be when funding is uncertain. But it also revealed something powerful. When support was needed, communities stepped forward. Viewers, donors, and local partners made it clear that this work is essential, not optional. To everyone who supported WCTE, thank you. You helped ensure that local stories, local voices, and local service continue in a world that increasingly moves away from small communities. You did more than keep a station on the air. You protected education, trusted information, and the stories that define the Upper Cumberland. And this work isn't finished. WCTE still needs your advocacy, your viewership, and your support. Every person matters. Every contribution makes a difference. Support WCTE PBS. Thank you.
Hi, y'all. Welcome back to Day of Support, and thanks for joining us if you're just now tuning in.
Yes, we are celebrating 48 years of WCTE being the Upper Cumberland storyteller, educator, and connector. And we are so happy that you've joined us. If you are not a lifetime member, let's learn what that means in the next hour. And
become a lifetime member today, because we definitely want you to be a part of it as well. Alicia and I have definitely enjoyed being a part of WCTE ourselves, because we just became employees and lifetime members, hopefully.
yes. So, Samia, you mentioned that we are new employees. Tell me what you do at WCTE.
So I am the Education and Engagement Coordinator, which I love and is super fun, and it's honestly my favorite job that I've ever had. I can definitely say that. I'm working on a lot of things in the education department. Right now I'm working on the kindergarten readiness pilot, which is one of my favorite things to be working on, because I get to spend a lot of time with children, and they are so funny. With 4-year-olds specifically. So with the kindergarten readiness pilot, I bring PBS resources into daycares, specifically daycares that don't have maybe a curriculum. So, you know, in a lot of preschools in the area, they would already have a curriculum where they would be preparing 4-year-olds for kindergarten. And in these daycares that I'm going to, they maybe don't have a curriculum. And that's not to say that the 4-year-olds there aren't learning anything, but maybe they could use the PBS resources that I'm bringing. So I'm finding these resources online, maybe modifying them a little bit to fit like Tennessee state standards of learning, to just help prepare 4-year-olds in these daycares for kindergarten. And it's extremely fun so far. I'm doing a letter sounds activity and a rhyming like movement blocks activity where kids throw 2 different blocks. There's movements on one, and then there's pictures on the other. They throw a block, do the movement on the block like dance or jumping jacks or something, and then they'll see, like, say it lands on a cat on the other one. They have to say a word that rhymes with cat, and they love it. They get super excited about it, and so do I. It's super fun to see their excitement. So we're working on phonics and movement. Yeah.
Sounds so fun.
It is.
So, and the goal of that project is to help children who are getting ready to go into pre-K.
For kindergarten.
For kindergarten.
Yes, it's the goal is to help prepare 4-year-olds in daycares for kindergarten. Yes, essentially. Help them already be prepared for whatever is going to get thrown at them there. Yeah.
Fantastic. And you also are working on a special project that everyone in the community is excited about right now.
Yeah.
Stations of Imagination.
Stations of Imagination. It's so fun. Okay, so we have Stations of Imagination every year, but this year we actually do have more sponsors and more partners, so we will have more activity booths for everyone. And Daniel Tiger is going to be there to take pictures with everyone and to wave at you and to say hi. Some of the activities that we'll be doing are mask making. We will be doing bead bracelet making. We're going to be doing a 360 photo booth.
Wow.
Which will be super cool. It's where you stand on that little platform and it goes around you. So I think kids are going to absolutely love that. Families will love it.
Yes.
So yeah, I'm super excited about that one. That's on September 12th, by the way.
Yes.
During the Fall Fun Fest.
Right here in the heart of Cookeville.
Yes.
And the other project you work on, Academic Bowl, tell me a little bit about that.
Yes, so Academic Bowl, the high school Academic Bowl is taking place in November 5th, 6th, and 7th. It will be live streamed, and we should have 16 teams competing against each other from almost all 14 counties or regions that we serve, some outside of as well. Wow. So they compete in this 3-day long academic bowl, and it will be really cool to see who the winner will be. And it shows like the prestige and the knowledge of like all of the high schoolers in the area.
Fantastic. Well, we are so excited about everything happening in the education department.
Me too.
We will be right back.
Hi, my name's Henry Fincher. I'm a lawyer in Cookeville. My first memory of WCTE is when it started. I was 9 years old, and it was a big deal. Cookeville could get 3 television stations, including PBS from Nashville, which all my generation grew up with. Sesame Street, Electric Company, Zoom. PBS was a big part of our life even then, and the station was immediately involved in the community. There were events, and there were publications, and there were shows about the area, which had never happened before. All the shows were, about somewhere else and had been somewhere else, but the local productions really, I remember, commanded a lot of attention at the time. WCTE sponsored the Academic Bowl, and this was a version of the old College Bowl that they did for the high school students. It was a quiz show, and they would ask questions about history, science, math, English, you name it. It was great because WCTE brought all the other schools in, and we all had fun competing. And it's amazing to me how many of my colleagues today in the law and medicine and business were involved in that way back when. I had a lot of good friends, and it was a great event. And it wouldn't have happened but for the station getting involved with a lot of people in the local school system. I'm proud to say that I'm a WCTE member because of the commitment to our community that the station has had and continues to have. It is involved, it brings good things, quality things, needed things to our community that we wouldn't have if they're not there. And that's why I support it, and that's why I'm proud to be a member.
Hi, my name is Samia Anderson, and I'm the new Education and Engagement Coordinator here at WCTE PBS. So we are extremely busy in the education department all year round. We do Indie Lens, we do 2 academic bowls, both a middle school and a high school one that runs for 3 days. And we do Stations of Imagination, which I am working on right this second. But we are also just launched a new initiative called the Kindergarten Readiness Pilot, which seeks to bring PBS resources to daycares.
Hi, my name's Hannah, and I am a teacher at Love, Learn, and Play in Grins and Giggles. It's a daycare here in Cookeville, Nashville, Tennessee. So far the program's consisted of different games and books and tasks, whether that be at school with the teacher or taking home and doing with the parent. Just different little fun activities to help children develop the skills that will be needed. Most of those have been phonics and reading so far.
I have been born and raised here in Putnam County all of my life. I went to Upperman High School and graduated from Tennessee Tech even. And I grew up, honestly, on a little country road in the middle of Baxter and only had channels 2, 4, 8, and 10. And so I have grown up on PBS, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, Barney, Morning Sesame Street. That's literally all that I had. It's fantastic. PBS has just always been a part of my life, and it's just amazing now that I'm able to bring it in the classroom with my awesome educators here, and we can partner with our kindergarten readiness program.
Another thing that we've been doing in the education department for the last 4 years are family engagement workshops for the Ready to Learn grant with Empower.
We have loved every part of Ready to Learn and bringing that to families all across the 14 counties, especially in some of those small counties where they don't have access to resources, and just for families to be able to slow down and take some time to be intentional, to play with their kids, to have those family moments has been the highlight of our work over the last 4 years. Those moments together where Venestia has done an incredible job of pulling together these teams that really care and really want to see families thrive has been amazing. And if everyone from, toddlers to teenagers just coming together and learning together through play and through programming that WCTE provides has been an incredible part of this journey.
You just have to create something, and you have to listen to them and make rocket ship or something, whatever you want.
You just got to see more about the education department at WCTE and lifelong learning at WCTE, which is amazing, and that's part of the mission here.
Yes, so going back to us being new employees of WCTE, I wanted to ask you, what is your favorite part of your job?
My favorite part about my job is the mission, honestly. So I've always been extremely passionate about educating people. I think ever since I was young, I wanted to be a teacher, and I did that, and now this is kind of part of that. So I've always been extremely passionate about helping people and helping people learn, and that is part of the mission, and that is what your money does here. When you donate, when you become a lifelong member of WCTE, your money goes towards helping us educate, helping us bring these resources to underserved communities that may not have access to even daycares like you saw in the video. And you also got to see the people at the daycare speak a little bit about what we do.
Yeah.
And maybe they don't have some of those things in more rural communities. And so that's the thing that I'm most passionate about, is being able to bring those resources out there.
Try to bridge the gap a little.
Try to bridge the gap. And that is what your money creates for us, is the ability to do that.
Yes, opportunities are endless around WCTE when our members give and support our mission. We are always trying to connect and tell those stories and reach out and really educate the Upper Cumberland on these issues.
What's your favorite part about working at WCTE?
My favorite part of working at WCTE is the people.
The people?
Yeah.
The people that we meet on the job?
The people that we meet in the community and the people who share the offices with us.
Yeah.
I love the people.
It's wonderful. And we want to meet you. We want to meet you when we're at events. We want to meet you when you donate. We want to meet you when you become lifelong members. We have member events. I'm pretty sure we have big donor events too.
Yes, we do major donor events. We do all sorts of things for our members. So join today and learn what it means to be part of the WCTE family.
PBS Kids. Thank you for supporting PBS Kids.
Richard always said, and I agreed, that the thing that set us apart from other TV stations was the fact that we were broadcasting local programs.
Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, our top fiddler for 1994 is Jennifer Lynn Hobbs from McMinnville, Tennessee.
We have agreed that this show is cute.
I'm hoping to get a teaching career. Hear that, Bob Hargis? In Putnam County.
But you just like participating in summer theater?
Oh yes, I've been involved in children's theater, high school, local theater since I was in grade school.
Carolyn, as we know, you already have a job as a teacher in Putnam County.
Yeah, that's right, Donna. I do. I work at the junior high school. I'm involved because I like working with the people. I think theater is interesting, and I'm more interested to work backstage because that's a lot more fun than have to be out here and be nervous in front of everybody all the time. We can goof off a lot more backstage.
So y'all have a good time.
Yes, we sure do.
We work hard.
Welcome back, guys. Having a fabulous night tonight, celebrating WCTE's 40th anniversary on the air and serving this Upper Cumberland that we call home. And we're so grateful that you're joining us tonight, that you are members, and that you support this station. It is critically important, and we don't take any of that for granted, the value that you all bring to us. We've had a number of people in tonight being interviewed and talked, and we've highlighted a bunch of shows, as you've seen, but we still have very special guests here. And now I have Diana Baranowski. Welcome, Diana.
Thank you, but I think it's the 48th, not the 40th.
Oh, did I say 40th?
Yes, but that's okay.
It's 48.
It's
right.
48,
Absolutely,
because I've been
48.
here almost that long.
That's right. You have been a member of the station since 1983.
Yes, yep.
But, I mean, you must have been like a baby.
I was a baby, and I was getting ready to have a baby.
Wow.
So actually, with my children involved, we're a 3-generation family supporters of our local PBS station.
3 generations. So tell the viewers, I mean, I know your story, but tell the viewers, like, how did you get to Cookeville, and how did you get involved, and what was some of the first things you were involved in?
Well, I met my husband in the Army. We were in Europe together. He was in Italy and I was in Germany, and we came back, and his father had a business here in Cookeville, and we came and settled in Cookeville to help his dad with his business. Mm-hmm. The story goes we were only going to be here 6 months, and I'm here 45 years later.
Right.
But
Oops.
my mother-in-law was very active in the very early days of the TV station when it came to Cookeville, and she was involved with the TV auction, and they needed help, so she called us up, and my husband and I showed down, and that's how we got involved. So I've been here since the first TV auction.
Wow. And so, I mean, we were just discussing during the break, the TV auction. I want to say that like that first year, and the reason it started was because they lost state funding.
Right.
And so they were going out from under the state, and they were having to raise some money.
Yes.
Because originally the station was a state license, and now we're licensed by our community, our county. And so it's called a community license now.
Yes.
But they had to do a fundraiser to kind
Had
of
to do a fundraiser, and Becky Magura had gone to a national meeting, and back then all other PBS stations were kind of under the same problem, and they brainstormed at this national meeting to do a live TV auction where they would get the community involved, and it was a huge community involvement. I remember, like, when we were still doing it at the Drama Center, we would average 100 volunteers a night.
Yeah.
So we were hoping to bring it back to Cookeville, but it's in Knoxville. We bought a canoe from the very first TV auction, and it's still in the family, and we still ride it down the river.
Wow. How about that? That's one
good.
sturdy canoe.
It was. It was out of a company in Crossville, and they have since gone out of business, but we still
got the
love that
canoe.
canoe, and we have great stories about that
That is
canoe.
great. And you and Derek, your husband, used to sponsor the Cash Dash.
Yes.
And that was a lot of fun.
That was a lot of fun.
And so tell us about that.
Well, we had great time. It was where we put coins valued up to $500 in a fish tank, and the idea was you would bid on it. The winning bidder would come down and would run the cash from the full fish tank to the empty fish tank, and whatever they collected in the empty fish tank was for theirs to keep.
That's right. And they would bid on it.
They would bid on it.
The money, we would raise the money because people would bid, you know, $400, $500, $600 for a chance
To win, to get $500.
$500.
And usually the people would do their donation and would also donate the coins that they had won in the cash
It was
dash.
just fun. I mean, it added a lot of energy, and we ran back and forth, and then we had to sweep up all the coins afterwards that got dropped. But so much fun. And your children have been involved with the station for a long time. I mean, you brought them up on PBS, and Devin is now a board member, and Drew has been in to do testimonials. I mean, what do you think that means to the family?
I think part of it is it's important to be a part of your community and to be a supporter of your community. And I think for my children to have them come in and be involved so young gave them a sense of community. And even when they went away to college, and now my son lives in Connecticut, they know it's important to get involved with their community. So it's kind of a legacy that I taught my children that this is important and this is what we do. And good things happen because good people help your community.
Step up and do it. And I love Drew's testimonial, and hopefully we'll see it here shortly. And he gives credit to public television for his love of cooking and spending time with you in the kitchen.
Yes, that was great. That makes my heart cry every time. He tells a story about when he was 5 years old, and actually I try to task you all in your old tapes. My daughter at one time, when they were still doing membership drive over in the old racquetball courts at Tech, and it was Sunday morning, and it was during a Sesame Street segment, and my daughter was singing "If You're Happy and You Know It, Give Now," and she was 3 years old. It was so sweet, and she got known. We would walk down the streets in Cookeville, and people would point out and say, "That's that little girl that was singing on TV." So we have some great memories.
And something about lamb chop too later in her days.
Yes,
so.
she was at one of the very first stations of imagination. She was lamb chops, and we were hosting an exchange student, and he was the picture's out there on the wall. I can't think of the character.
So really, I mean, when you're invested, you are invested.
Yes,
you don't just write the check and make your membership donation, but you I mean, you now serve on the board of directors,
Yes.
and I don't know, this is like your third time maybe?
Probably my 5th or 6th time
Oh, okay.
in the 40 years I've been involved.
Wow.
So, yes.
Well, that's pretty much the whole time then.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have to take a break. We get 2 terms, and then we have to take
That's
the term
right.
off.
That's right.
So,
And, you know, we talked a lot today, and we're about to take a quick break, but the importance of public television and that it connects, you know, early learning, but it also helps with our seniors that might be isolated and at home. It gives connection to people, and you have traveled where people have recognized you because
Yes.
of the stuff that we do. We got about 30 seconds.
yes, we had an incident one time when I was in Sydney, Australia, and Derek and I have been blessed that we got to underwrite a lot of shows, documentaries that have been done locally, and we were recognized in Sydney, Australia for the oddest documentary was the TubaU Festival, and it was a gentleman that played brass instruments and was so excited that we underwrote the documentary for that.
They recognize your last name, and
Yep.
they're like, "Are you the same?"
Yes.
And you're like, "Yes, we are." So there you go, folks. We're going to take a quick break. Enjoy these clips, and we'll be right back.
It's a wonderful legacy for our community. I think the education wing of it is so important for our community. And it helps kids who do not have the ability to go to preschool, but they can learn. And they can learn before they go to school from WCTE.
The other thing that it has contributed, as far as I'm concerned, has been the local programming. The Wish You Were Here.
Oh, that's
I
been
just
wonderful.
I don't want to miss those, because it introduces me to places I didn't even know about. And, and it gives us something to talk about too, to find out from each other where to go.
For WCTE to leave a legacy of being the educator in this area. We're losing media. Well, we have a lot of media, but it's anything that brings people together. And I think television is one thing that can bring us together as a community with education and information about what's going on and help for the children. I just think there's much that WCTE is doing that can be helpful.
And when we're together as a group, we always talk about what's going on Masterpiece. I mean, we're watching All Creatures Great and Small or Grantchester or Call the Midwives or all these wonderful shows, and we can talk about them when we get together. Gives us great points of conversation.
I hope the future generations will see the value in supporting it and continue to support it so that we never lose it. I can't imagine not having it for me on Saturday and Sunday nights and Friday nights. I can't imagine it.
My daughter teaches a TV course at Belmont, and she always includes wonderful programming that WCTE has on. So it's certainly impacts my family as my daughter is teaching some of the programming.
It's been so important for my children and now for my grandchildren with the arts and also with cultural.
And I hope the mothers are watching it with their kids like I did. I watched Sesame Street with my child and then watched The Electric Company. We had the best time watching WCTE when she was little. That was a long time ago.
But it's always been a family event.
It is.
My whole family behind it.
Yeah.
We would all watch it together.
So you just heard from a few of our friends. Diana, you're familiar with some of those people on the screen?
All of them, yes.
Yeah.
I used to get up early in the morning and walk with them, and then I got lazy and decided to sleep in.
Yeah. Well, it happens.
So.
But they were talking about legacy and the importance of legacy, and your family is truly a legacy to the station.
Yeah.
Multi-generations,
Yeah.
like you said. So just thank you for all of that.
Oh,
and thank
you're
you
welcome.
for your work and what you do for the station and your volunteering and what you do for this community. I know
Oh,
you're
thank you.
a familiar face to a lot of people. So. Oh, okay.
Okay. I didn't know. I was watching the hand signal.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry.
easy
30
distracted, but membership is so important, and today is our day of giving, and we're asking people to become members. And Diana was so generous; she brought her membership support in for her gift.
Yeah,
and-
I was kind of surprised I was going to be on the air. I thought she just wanted to check, and here I am.
Well, you knew you weren't going to get away with
Yeah,
that
I know.
now.
So anyway, I'm happy to support. I'm happy that we've been able to do that. You know, we've done other things. Part of the reason why you're on the air is because we have a production truck, and we rebuilt a
Master
control center
yeah.
for you.
Yeah, I mean, we could be here for the next hour probably discussing it, but you're just a fine example of the fabulous things that we do here in the Upper Cumberland. And because of you and families like you, WCTE has been thriving for 48 years, and we're going to continue that legacy with your help. So we hope you will become a member and support the station. Every gift matters, every dollar counts. So do consider making a gift to WCTE. We're going to take a quick break, but we're not going to be back. We're going to be back in just a minute.
So when I was about 4 or 5 years old, I used to watch WCTE PBS with my mom on the weekends, and we really loved watching the cooking shows like Julia Child and Two Fat Ladies. We would go out and grab ingredients based off the cooking shows that we saw, chicken, stuff to make marinade, sauces. I even think the first recipe that I was able to make by myself was a salad dressing. Those memories that I have with my mother are really important to me, and it also showed me how the power of cooking can bring together a family and how important it is to celebrate each other in love around the dinner table. And that's why I encourage you to support WCTE PBS to help inspire a future generation to love cooking.
Today it's the day. It's WCTE's Day of Support. For nearly 50 years, WCTE has been here for our community, educating children, sharing local stories, and bringing our communities together. Your generosity ensures we can continue providing the trusted programs and essential local services families across the Upper Cumberland count on every day. Celebrate our past, invest in our future. Today it's the day. It's WCTE's Day of Support. For nearly 50 years, WCTE has been here for our community, educating children, sharing local stories, and bringing our communities together. Your generosity ensures we can continue providing the trusted programs and essential local services families across the Upper Cumberland count on every day. Celebrate our past, invest in our future.
Welcome back to the WCTE Day of Support. We're celebrating 48 years of WCTE on the Upper Cumberland. And I've got with me Dr. Chuck Womack. He has been a lifetime member of WCTE since 1984. 1984. Did you know that?
1984.
What made you decide to become a member so many years ago?
Well, Masterpiece for one thing,
Yeah.
and all the programs that they had on, I remember Washington Week, not Washington Week, Wall Street Week with Louis Rukeyser, who's passed away, but he was talking about that, and we had a program about Washington politics on PBS, and listened to things of that nature, and then Masterpiece Theater came on in, and so I've enjoyed all the programs that are available for many years.
Yeah. So initially it was the topical programs that brought you in, but then Masterpiece is what got you to stay.
Oh yeah, I remember Alistair Cook. Have you ever heard of Alistair Cook?
No.
He was one of the first hosts on Masterpiece Theater. And he passed away back in the early 2000s, but he was a good person to introduce these programs, you know, like Upstairs, Downstairs.
Yes.
I, Claudius, that sort of stuff.
Yes. Okay, so I know your lovely wife, Sally. What are some of your favorite PBS shows to watch?
Well, Downton Abbey. We went on a tour with Becky McGruer to London and went to where they photographed Downton Abbey, you know, Highclere Castle, back in 2015 or 16.
Wow, tell me about that.
Oh, it was a great trip. great trip, and it was sponsored by WCTE.
Okay.
And we went all over the area and saw different period houses where they filmed segments of the Downton Abbey series, and so it was a wonderful trip to go to.
Oh, fantastic. Did they let you explore the castle?
Yes, they did.
Oh, wow.
They let us go all through the house, and then the grounds, you know, if you've seen all the grounds on Downton Abbey, they're spectacular.
Yes, yes, it's visually so stunning. So, what is the importance of WCTE in our community?
Oh, you can't quantify. It is so inbred in our community. You know, we've had it for almost 50 years.
Yeah.
Well, we've been here since 1975, Sally and I, but it came right in after we got here, and it's just grown more and more into the community. The education for the kids, the programming, we're lucky to have it, very fortunate to have it.
Yes, yes, we are. And we're fortunate to have lifetime donors like yourself.
Well, that's been one thing we always do, is we always donate to the church, and we always donate to WCTE.
Oh, and we are so appreciative. Our lifetime givers do things that help keep us on the air. They not only keep us on the air, but they help keep us in your community, reaching out to your kids in schools, helping with education. We're also trying to make that connection with those who might not be heard. So we're telling stories to the Upper Cumberland. What do you think about the way WCTE has really embraced the community of Cookeville, and Cookeville embracing WCTE?
Well, I can remember WCTE when it was at Tennessee Tech, underneath the stadium and in the old racquetball courts, and it was a little more primitive than it is now. So the technology is upgraded, and WCT has moved on, you know, with this digital revolution.
Of course.
And things are much better now.
Yeah, and are you a streamer? Do you watch on PBS Passport?
I've got Passport, and we look at a lot of things with that little star in the background. If you give at least $60, isn't that about right?
That's right, $5 a month.
$5 a month.
PBS Passport.
Yes, it's definitely worth it.
Yes,
for the programming.
You get all the content that is no longer on the air.
Patience, we've enjoyed that series.
Oh, yes.
And
are you a Call the Midwife fan?
My wife likes those. She's a nurse.
Okay, yes, that's right.
So
that's right. So I'm a big Call the Midwife fan.
So.
And of course, Downton Abbey. That's one of my favorites.
That was a great series, and we enjoyed it, and we enjoyed going to the UK to see the background.
I can only imagine that trip was just magical.
It was.
Fantastic. So you've also served on the city council, is that right?
Yes.
We had some city council members earlier in the hour sharing some of their new experiences. What advice would you give to someone just joining the city council?
Well, just listen to the people that work for the city.
Yeah.
And they have pretty good ideas, and they'll help you, and you can take what they do and govern very well. I think we have an excellent city council coming on.
Yeah, I think we do too. So today we are doing our Day of Support, and it is to celebrate the 48 years that WCTE has been on the air and been in our communities, telling stories, sharing education, and inspiring generations. If you are not a member of WCTE, now is the time. You can join by scanning the QR code on your screen, call the phone number that's listed there at the bottom, or visit WCTE.org, Day of Support. Thank you so much for coming by, Chuck. It was so nice to talk to you.
Thank you very much.
And we'll be right back.
What WCTE does is it brings identity to Cookeville and highlights the wonderful things that happen here.
It's really high quality television programming and locally produced, in addition to all of the other programming that they have, like Masterpiece, and that's one of my old favorites.
I've lived in Cookeville since 1984. I've been involved with WCTE since I've been here.
I can remember when it got started. We got it on the old cable TV when we had a house across the street from the hospital.
I think they're integral to the community, especially since the government has chosen to withdraw the federal funds to support that.
Well, the sports at Tennessee Tech is a wonderful opportunity for people who can't necessarily go to the games to be able to watch the games.
We think Cookeville is great. And what makes it great also is WCTE. They can cover the programs locally, and we certainly need to continue to support.
And it's unique to this area. I mean, not many cities have their own TV station in that area doing local production, and that's where I think they're the most valuable. Is they put Cookeville and Putnam County and the whole region on the map.
Actually had a program with WCTE called the Tree Stooges. And we had a program where we showed proper tree care.
I can remember when Walter Derryberry, Dr. Derryberry, and Becky had the Christmas parade, and they had a booth here on the square.
I'm just a firm believer that WCT is such a valuable asset to this community that I donate monthly in a sizable amount.
It puts people on TV, and that becomes part of that community.
And I'm proud to live here. This is home.
WCTE's Day of Support is brought to you by Rogers Group, Swallows Insurance, and Twin Lakes. WCTE's Day of Support is...
I love hearing from our members, and those are two of our longest standing members with WCTE, both having memberships that go back to the early 80s.
Right.
That is incredible. I'm Avery Hutchins, President and CEO of WCTE, and with me is Alicia Watson, our Director of Development.
Yes.
Yeah, it's been a good night. We're so excited you're here. We're going to wrap up this hour, and then we're going to get back to regularly scheduled programming, which I know y'all are going to love. But thank you for letting us have this time to really showcase WCTE and what we're all about, because 48 years, I mean, it's a long time to be serving a community. And I know we've just heard from a few people this evening, Alicia, about the work that WCTE does. But I know there's more stories out there, and we want to hear from them.
We talk to them every day here.
Yes.
You know, whether they're calling to renew their membership or update their credit card, or stopping by just to say hello. We talk to our members and our donors every day. And it's so nice to hear their stories and how much WCTE means to them.
Yeah. And they tell us, we still watch antenna. We still watch on the antenna. And so that's exciting to hear that. And we love hearing from our members, and we love hearing about what their favorite shows are and what they love about us. And I know that you have a story too. So we're always looking for those stories. And we're celebrating today 48 years serving the Upper Cumberland with great programming, great content, storytelling, all that great stuff. And it's not too late. You can still become a member and be a part of that revenue goal that we have. And we've got some more videos coming up. And then I want to hear more about Alicia, because we're going to talk about her new role at the station. So we're going to be back in just a minute. So I hope you'll stay with us.
In 2015, I began to look for a place to retire. Coke was a place with family connections and an attractive lifestyle. I began a part-time residence and discovered WCTE. It had PBS national programming plus great local programming. My residence became full-time in 2019. During the COVID shutdown period, WCTE's daily television coverage of the city and county mayors provided facts and information that were vital to understanding what was and would be happening. Since then, things have been a positive slope. With WCTE, Ken Burns has done, among others, The American Buffalo and The American Revolution, two outstanding productions. I can assuredly say that PBS and four outstanding local affiliates
have provided me with over a half century of vital information and excellent entertainment. And that's why I support public television and WCTE.
Tiptoe, tiptoe, tiptoe. Are you ready for me?
Yes.
Oh, my name is Sifisifakwa. My really favorite is Rosie's Rules. And the reason why I like Rosie's Rules so much is because it has a brother and a sister and a cat. She speaks a little Spanish, and her abuela helps her figure things out. I love hearing his stories also because he makes wrong mistakes, but those mistakes teach him a lesson and help him figure things out too. Oh, we haven't talked about Lila and the Loop. I like Lila and the Loop because Stu's funny and Stu's my favorite cat. He's funny. He makes mistakes that are okay. I love PBS Kids. Thank you for supporting PBS Kids. Can't play with the iPad. Why do I have to finish it off?
Today it's the day. It's WCTE's Day of Support. For nearly 50 years, WCTE has been here for our community, educating children, sharing local stories, and bringing our communities together. Your generosity ensures we can continue providing the trusted programs and essential local services families across the Upper Cumberland count on every day. Celebrate our past, invest in our future.
WCTE's Day of Support is brought to you by Rogers Group, Swallows Insurance, and Twin Lakes.
We love our sponsors, Alicia, and I'm so excited to see their logos up there. But Twin Lakes,
Swallows Agency, and Rogers Group.
Yeah,
they really came through.
They have, and we couldn't do them without our sponsors. And really, they're sponsors of many things throughout the year. So it's just so important. And we have a lot of things. I thought we'd do a quick recap of things that are coming up this fall.
Sure.
We still have a lot. If you enjoy being outdoors with the kids and family, we've got Stations of Imaginations coming in on the 12th, September 12th.
Yes, and then on September 19th, we have our tea party and rugby. So get your tickets now at WCTE.org.
A traditional English tea setting and experience in Old English community.
Yes.
Yeah, and then of course our doubleheader at the end of October, Haunted Half and Blues and Brews, a fan favorite for a lot of people, and we're just really excited to be able to have those again this year, and big fundraisers for the station.
Yes, for sure. And we're so excited because with each of these events, we get to get a little closer to our donors and our members. We get to connect on a different level, and it helps really drive home the importance of what we do.
It's so important that we have engaged donors and supporters, people that really understand the mission and the work that we're doing at WCTE. There's a lot of places that people can give their support, and we just are so appreciative of those that choose to give their money and their resources to WCTE and the partnerships. We do serve all 14 counties in the Upper Cumberland, and we have been doing that now for 48 years.
Which is amazing.
It is amazing. So we couldn't do that without our fundraising department. So Alicia, you are somewhat new to our community, our station. But 4 months or so?
I started in March.
Yeah, 4 or 5 months. Yeah. And if anybody out there is watching and you know anything about the auction, you might have actually spoke to Alicia because that was in her first 90 days of being at the station. But you're now running as the Director of Development.
Yes.
And how is that going?
It's going fantastic.
Good.
I'm so excited. We have big plans for this fall. After we get through our events, we want to do some membership activities and really, treat our members and let them know how important and special they are to us.
Yeah, that's great.
So that's something that we've got planned.
Well, and they're so engaged. I would say some of our members are the most engaged of any organization. You know, they show up, they volunteer, they give their treasures, their time, their advocacy. I mean, we couldn't ask for better members. And the station is just shy of 3,000 members right now, and that's really exciting. We do rely on membership for revenue, which is a big thing that we do. As far as fundraising goes.
Yes.
And it's only $60 a year. I mean,
it's a steal if you think about it, because all those other streaming services, think about how much you pay. And for $5 a month, you get an unlimited access to PBS Passport.
Yes, Passport. That's a fan favorite, really. I mean, and if people aren't familiar with Passport, what should they know?
I think you should know that it is a one-stop shop for all things PBS. If you had a favorite program that you've watched over the years, maybe you can't find it anywhere else, it's likely that you'll find it on PBS Passport.
Yeah. And all the money that goes towards being a member of Passport comes back to WCTE. So
that's right.
100% of your gift comes back to the station when you're a Passport member. And it's really, I mean, it's going to require all of us coming together and becoming members and supporters of the station. Since the loss of our federal funding, I mean, it's just a little bit harder, and we're asking a little bit more of our community. But if we all come together, if we all chip in, if we all do a $60 membership, it's not a heavy lift for a lot of people. No. And I do know that it's incredibly available to people out there. So I do hope you'll consider becoming a member, becoming a lifetime member. It was so nice to see Chuck and Diana here giving their testimonies of why they support. And we even saw a great video there of John Taylor. And he's talked about giving for, what did he say, like a half a century.
Yeah.
And I know it hasn't always been here in the Upper Cumberland with WCT because he's moved around a lot. But he now sits on the community advisory board, and we've had him volunteering. You know, he's all in.
Well, there's so many ways to get involved with WCTE beyond just becoming a member. You can also give of your time, and that's what John has done with the Community Advisory Board. And we have so many events coming up. We're going to need volunteers. If you have a special gift or a talent you want to share with us, we'd love to have you.
Yeah, why not? We could be
the more the merrier.
More the merrier. That's right. Well, I hope you're enjoying the programming. I hope you have a favorite show that you love to watch on WCTE, whether it's a local show that we produce or one of our national series. Those are great too. We were discussing Antiques Roadshow earlier, and of course our dramas are incredible. And don't forget, PBS Kids is critical for this Upper Cumberland area. We still hear from families that do not have access to any other way of communication. So what I mean by that is they may live in a space or an area that fiber is not available, and being able to access PBS Kids just gives them that boost, that early learning that they need. And we're able to do that because of members like you. So I do hope you'll consider becoming a member on this anniversary. And if we can help you answer any questions that you might have regarding a bequest gift or anything like that, we're here to answer those questions. We're going to take a quick break, but I will be right back.
It's a privilege to join you in support of WCTE PBS and the work happening across the Upper Cumberland. Local public television stations like WCTE PBS are not just broadcasters, they're community institutions. They reflect local identity, preserve regional history, support education, and make sure that stories from rural America are not overlooked or forgotten. In many ways, they are one of the few remaining places where a community can truly see itself on screen. Last year made clear how fragile that mission can be when funding is uncertain. But it also revealed something powerful. When support was needed, communities stepped forward. Viewers, donors, and local partners made it clear that this work is essential, not optional. To everyone who supported WCTE, thank you. You helped ensure that local stories, local voices, and local service continue in a world that increasingly moves away from small communities. You did more than keep a station on the air. You protected education, trusted information, and the stories that define the Upper Cumberland. And this work isn't finished. WCTE still needs your advocacy, your viewership, and your support. Every person matters. Every contribution makes a difference. Support WCTE PBS.
Okay, so you just saw Ken Burns, one of our absolute favorite producers of national content. He's an incredible documentarian, and he's done an amazing thing with our American history. And we couldn't do that without the support of local viewers and subscribers to WCTE. So thank you for all of that. I think we are about to wrap up this evening, and we want to say thank you for watching, thank you for being a member of WCTE, and thank you for supporting this station for 48 years.
Good night.